Welcome back, kittens. I'm sure you're all excited to listen to this episode, so let's make this recap short, shall we? Last time, our favorite party had a peaceful rest in the dungeon, Athlia, the tiefling bard, finding a box in her expanded bag of holding. She left that to Lesnalor, the half-elf bard rogue, to identify later that night, hoping to get some answers about it. Before they could meet up, however, Cosmic, the Tabaxi rogue, and Squeech, the kobold sorcerer, took the second watch. They were thankful that the well was blocked, as a knock came a-rapping. Lesnalor did identify the box, but found it nothing more than an old box, with some interesting lore behind it. Easily escaping, despite Abram, the half-elf paladin, and Volgar, the human barbarian, still being afflicted with the wither, no other fishy problems sought them out or appeared. Exiting, they noticed that the fog had cleared, and suspected Cosmic was the cause after he stole those 2 sapphires. They worked their way back up the cliffside and made their way to town. From there, they looked for their curious acquaintance Frederick to deliver the lichen and then some extra to create more of his potion. He told them to meet them in the forest if they really didn't trust them, or to meet him at the square at noon the next day. After which, the party decided that they wanted to go selling rather than snooping. They sold off the trident that they acquired from the Baron, and then they went to wait Frederick's return. Now, before we just jump right into the episode, we do have some announcements. Firstly, listen after this recap for our theme song made by Sarah Shay. Find her links in the description. It is a beautiful song, and I quite enjoy listening to it myself. Secondly, we are going to be running a few ads from other podcasts in the episodes to come. Be sure to listen to those during the interludes and support other small podcasts. Now, without any further waiting, on to the episode.
Just a bunch of strangers tied together by fate, too curious for our own good and always running late. If we don't get kicked out for starting a fight, and nobody gets turned into a potted plant tonight, we might just fight some evil and even make it out unscathed on Cats and Crowbars today.
Alright, and we're back. So, party is split, doing some performance over at the Springvine Inn. Squeech, go ahead and make a performance check. Are you being aided by...
I'll be performing with
Okay,
Squeech.
so
So we're doing separate?
Well, I can aid. Aid's fine.
So, yeah.
Okay.
How are you aiding?
Well, Squeech is gonna prestidigitate and do like really cool little tricks,
Light shows and magic and whatnot.
and then
Okay.
I'm gonna like, I don't know, do tricks with my mage hand. I'm not sure what though, to be honest. 10 pounds. What can I do with 10 pounds?
Get ready because I'm about to roll a 1. 2 times.
Nice.
I will say, as soon as you start performing tricks, Mansell, who's also in the bar, pulls out his little flute and begins helping as well.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Alright, sweet.
So that is with advantage.
Ooh. 18 plus 7.
25.
So you begin doing sparks and scents and little images with.
I'm just making. I'm juggling, but with coins.
I'm assuming you also have minor illusion, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just using my mage hand to juggle, do impossible with only 2-hand juggling feats.
Are you gonna roll for that so you don't drop them?
Yeah, go ahead and
Roll.
make a performance
I'm
check.
just imagining him like flicking them as he's juggling them.
I'm actually not juggling, I'm just using the mage hand to bring it to my hands because I'm terrible at juggling.
Like,
Ooh, nice. 13 plus I think 4? 17? What's my... Yeah, 17.
okay. Music begins to accompany you as
Doing cheap parlor tricks.
Mansell has, I believe, a little reed flute that he begins playing.
He was the guy earlier on the recorder.
Yeah.
Oh, random question. How long does Passed Out Trace last?
Just an hour.
Oh, so we're definitely invisible again. Okay.
Well, it only adds +10 to your proficiency. Or
Okay.
to your stealth, I mean.
Okay. So you have to be actively choosing to do stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not just naturally stealthy.
It's not like Chameleon in Oblivion or Morrowind.
Right.
Okay.
So, let's see.
Well, I also have minor illusion too.
Oh, you do?
I do.
You can
Right,
switch
but you have
stuff
to
like
choose
Yeah.
one or the other.
that. Well, yeah, but
Well, I'd say you'd swap between them.
Yeah.
So you earn a total of 7 gold and a free room.
Sick. I got my gold back.
nice. From what? Oh, from that guy reading us the rune. He read the runes.
Yeah.
The bone said no.
You got 2 more gold on top of that.
Don't spend that all in one place.
Ooh. So, anybody else doing anything?
Did Let's follow Offie to the room?
Yep.
Oh, with the box?
Yep,
What's in the
Offie
box?
will be sitting in the room, and will cast Knock to undo the lock.
Okay. Cast knock, which is a good thing because you see an arcane flash of a rune about 6 inches away from the box, and you can see it's the rune for lock as it clicks open and then fades into nothing.
Okay.
And
So you can tell that it had arcane lock on it as well.
okay. Well, that should be the lock.
Go to open.
It should be, yeah.
Creaks open, and inside
Nothing.
Da-da-da-da.
You found a dungeon
inside
key.
is something curious. The best way to describe it is about the size of my forearm, so about a 1.25 foot. It is an obsidian skull with what looks to be a spine with its vertebrae all out of whack.
Oh, it's like the Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skulls, kind of, but not elongated.
Gross, no, that movie's awful.
I know it's awful, but that's what I'm picturing. But that's like what I'm used to obsidian. So
I'm
it's like
thinking
a black.
It's obsidian black,
Okay.
and jutting out of it is a spinal column with its vertebrae just rearranged so that the spines sticking out of the vertebrae are in all kinds of different directions.
One hell of a chiropractor.
Let me just fix that for you. You can have this and anything else in the chest, or is
this
that
a
it?
fidget spinner?
That is it. All that is within this chest is this skull and vertebrae.
Do you want to try casting a spell to figure out what this is before we touch it? I mean, anything that looks like this has a likelihood of being cursed. It doesn't look right.
I mean, I feel like putting in a piece of
Christian.
wrapping it in a cloth and just hitting the cat with it.
What?
But
I don't know why you're so mad at me. I am the clear of the fog. Okay.
yeah.
I'm
gonna cast Identify on
what
it.
this is before we try to figure anything out that we're going to do with it.
And since we're going to sleep soon, I'm not even going to ritual cast. I'll just cast Identify.
Okay. You cast it, just pulling out the material component, and just it's a sheaf of paper that you just unveil quickly
Offie's like, wait, I needed that.
as runes just roll down the scroll. Your eyes flare in a bluish flame, and you can see immediately across it various runes which you quickly decipher. This is the Key of Veils.
Veils, like
Veils.
Okay.
It is a +2 dagger
Oh, it's a dagger?
But
But...
as an action, you can use it to cast Arcane Lock or Knock. And this is something that can be done twice per day.
That's interesting. Daggers
It recharges at dusk. It's Key of Veils.
Dusk is when the sun sets, right? Because I always mix that up. Okay, so I'll make sure.
So when items recharge, it's usually at
Morning or
at
evening.
dawn or dusk.
Okay.
A few items charge at noon and midnight.
At high noon or?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Is there any kind of curse or anything on it, or that's it?
Make an insight check.
Ooh, and do you trust it? Is the
It's
the
a
dagger
skull.
lying?
Unfortunately, Identify doesn't
Identify like curses?
no.
Oh, okay. Who made this item?
That
gods.
is a 19.
Oh, nice.
19? You can't tell if it's cursed or not.
Oh, shitty.
Do I need to attune to it?
It does require attunement.
How does attunement? It's not just equipped. You actually have to like
Spend an hour
concentrate
with
on it or
it.
something.
Spend an
So
hour with it.
when an item requires attunement, you don't get any bonuses to it unless, of course, you use one of your 3 attunement slots to do it.
Yeah.
So this is just a normal dagger, unless, of course, you attune to it. Then it becomes a dagger +2.
I'm gonna hold on to it for now.
But
You
yeah,
can cast
this item is called the Key of Veils.
knock and
One other thing that you notice about it, just something about it seems to magically call out to another location. Like this key,
like it's got a lock somewhere is what you're trying to say without
Right.
saying it. Gotcha.
like this particular key is meant for a place. But in the meantime, it can do all these other things.
Does it? Do I have to attune to it in order to know the direction it wants to go?
You have no idea.
There's no. I don't think we're gonna be able to. I mean, figure that.
This
out.
is the information I can give you with the Identify spell.
All right. Well, you said I'll keep it for now.
So put it back in the box and keep it for a rainy day?
We can, yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yeah?
I'm up there. You hear a muffled voice. Put it in the bag of holding. We got rid of the trident. We got room.
Les, what do you think?
I kind of want to hold on to it.
Like
Oh,
on
no,
your
we're
person,
holding
hold on
on
to.
to it. It's
No,
just,
I'm talking about
on
on my
this person.
on my person in case we need it. If it's in the bag of holding and something happens, then
I have an expanded bag of holding. It's not like somebody can find it that easily.
I'm not worried about somebody finding it. I'm worried about it giving us a direction.
I don't think it's going to give us a direction. I get the feeling it's just going to be like something we'll find eventually. But better safe than
Do we
sorry.
want to risk that?
Risk what? What are you worried about? I'm confused.
Oh, you're not here.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
I'm still curious what you're worried about.
No,
I just don't want it hurting anybody.
It's a dagger.
You're not there.
It looks a little more dangerous than I think we're giving it credit for. Or I could be very wrong. It's just, bard tales and stuff. They'll tell of
I know.
items that look wrong and they don't.
Oh, can you roll bardic
They're not
knowledge
good.
for that?
You can roll Bardic Knowledge for it. There'd be a history check.
Yay, history check. I'm
Les
not
can also
really good,
assist
but that's
or
okay.
do it himself.
Look
But she hasn't said anything, so you can assist if you want.
up for me to assist.
No, don't. Are you assisting or doing it on your own?
Let me look at my history real quick. Yeah, I'll assist.
You'll assist?
So
Okay.
between the two of you, you guys begin talking to each other about various tales, seeing if you can't trigger something.
Hold on, one of these was cocked. Okay. That is, what's my history? That is you said you can't say flat 20, right?
20
That
flat?
sounds like 20 flat, yeah.
Yeah, it's either natural 20 or 20 flat.
20 flat, okay.
Okay. This item is wondrous, which is, an uncommon item can be wondrous, but this is very rare. This dagger is a very rare dagger. There's a piece missing in the lore that you're talking about. Something was sealed away with this dagger. You're not sure what, but all you can remember is that there was the Gate of Shadows, which is on the material plane, and behind it is supposed to be Spoils of Legend.
Keeping it.
I'm not saying we're getting rid of it.
No, I'm keeping it on him.
We're putting it away.
But also is great peril behind this.
Well, there's another reason why I want to keep it. I'm going to be...
For some reason, the Lichenous Woods comes to mind.
Well, I have some friends who are either nearby or on their way. They might know more about it than we do. That's why I want to keep it on myself, so if I come across that when we meet them, it's just, if I'm by myself, then I can just pull it out and it's like, hey, what do you guys know about this?
There's a wrapping on your window.
Wow.
For the room that you're in.
I look at it, I'm like, what
There is a hummingbird with purple wings and a diamond blue breast.
Looks like they might be here. Do you mind if I borrow the dagger for a little bit?
Sure, just don't do anything dangerous. And she'll give him the dagger.
I'm not completely stupid.
You look over, Offlia, you notice this hummingbird too. You've never seen a hummingbird like this.
Yep.
What floor are we on?
You're on the second.
So jumping out wouldn't be a good idea.
You can open the window.
I mean, it's only 10 feet.
Look around.
There's a chance that you'll take damage.
We're about to go to bed, for what it's worth.
Yeah, it is the fastest way outside, and...
It's also not the most discreet.
True.
I hate to keep...
Wait, what time is it?
It's like 6, I assume, by now.
Yeah, it's rounding about 7 now.
Oh, 7.
How active is the streets?
Very. People are coming back. People are noticing that the woods are clear and there's no fog everywhere. They're excited.
Right.
People are starting to drink, and there's boisterous noise.
Well, in that case,
Does
I will...
Althea notice that Les is looking rather suspicious?
Yeah, he said he's about to come back. You both notice that there's a hummingbird at the door. Or not the door, at the window.
As in he's looking for a quiet way out.
Or a quick way.
Or a quick way out.
I mean, you're not being subtle.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, then you do.
If I can make a suggestion, sometimes the fastest and easiest way of not getting noticed is walking right out the front door. So...
Alright, I Snape walk out the door.
Dynamic Anthony!
Alright, Bill the cloak and Snape walked the way out of theirs.
Okay, you throw your cloak over your head and walk out. You hear the commoners calling out to each other, ale being passed around, the barmaid taking orders, and you see Squeege and Cosmic as well as Manzel making a ruckus in a corner as they're playing a song.
I would like to add that...
Little bags are being thrown full of coin up in the air, some magically, as if on its own volition. Cosmic is juggling, and then he just stops, and then the bags keep juggling by themselves, as Manzel is playing a tune, and Squeege is causing little bursts of fireworks behind the bags to go off. And then amplifying the noise of the little reed flute to be louder.
I should cast color spray and blind them with the pure awesome that is our act. Fire!
Yeah.
Takes a quick look at this, shakes his
Are you going to do that?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, come on.
That's going to upset
Please,
them. That's going to upset
please, come
people.
on.
I was going to say, if that was
Well-
the final act, he ducks out from there.
Well,
But no,
No,
I
I
also
was gonna
wanted
do
to
it
say
and
you,
give a
you
quick
come
little shake of
down,
my head and go,
Squeege is
amateurs
on the
only.
table, Cosmic is using Mage Hand to feed him shots.
roll Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
Where's my Constitution?
Yeah,
Probably not good.
Who's being fed the
3.
shots?
Oh, that's
I
not bad
am.
at all.
Okay.
That's really good. Oh.
7.
Plus
Okay.
3? Wait, plus 3 or 4 plus 3?
So
4 plus 3.
Squeege opens up his Kenku beak mouth that is fake, as 3 shots just fly up,
Squeege
tip
forgets.
over, fall into his mouth, and
Squeege forgets he only weighs 25 pounds.
as this fake Kenku just collapses on there, and there's a cheer, just and
Things are getting a little
Mansell
crazy.
stops playing and he goes and he starts playing again, trying to cover but badly. As Cosmic goes up and tries to cover it and takes Squeege upstairs, trying to keep cover.
Have a little too much
A
fun.
little too much, but it's fun. That's fine.
But you, through the cacophony, nobody seems to notice. As you go outside, you see
You're welcome.
as the sun's beginning to set in this late summer air. It's now 7 o'clock-ish. Actually, I'd say you've got 2 hours worth of sunlight, but it's starting to set behind the
tree line.
Yeah, the tree line. Thank you. You follow this dark bird as it goes around one corner, waits for you, and then darts around another corner, and then waits for you. As you start moving slow, then steady, then you begin to start running. 1 corner, 2 corners, 3 corners. You begin to come out of breath by the time that you reach this small little courtyard next to what looks to be a well. It's completely clear, except for what looks to be several lines worth of laundry being hung out in the autumn air. Late summer air. Standing before you is 2 men. Just under 6 feet tall, human. They have dark brown hair along the sides of their head, and then what looks to be blonde hair at the top. Folded over, parted down the middle. Best I can describe, they're wearing conquistador cloth over leather armor.
Hola.
Very, very poofy, but you can tell based on the way that the cloth hangs that they're wearing leather armor. Down the front, you see the familiar balanced mercantile scales. One side is a sword, and the other side appears to be a ship. Mercantile in its fashion. Both of them wearing sabers along their side. One has a pistol, and the other has a raft flute.
A raft flute?
What some people mistakenly call a pan flute,
Yeah, okay.
but it's actually a raft flute.
Gotcha.
Standing before you, you recognize Hudson and Brandon Campbell. Hudson is the one with the raft flute, and Brandon is the one with the pistol. A large, poofy, squashed hat fixed both of them. You see what best I can describe as from Jumanji, that mustache and goatee. Yeah, Van Pelt. Van Pelt style blonde facial hair upon both of them. They welcome you with a back-swung leg and a bow, and widespread arms, both gloved white. They look up from their dramatic bow. He goes, "Ah, Master Leslinor."
Not again.
And then they both unison stand up. These twins are very much your mentors, and you know you can't take them. They always put you at odds and slightly unease. You see the hummingbird perch right there on Hudson's shoulder. He looks at it, coos at it, and it flies off.
Are they like creepy twins or are they just regular twins?
Both.
Okay, sweet.
Hudson stands forward. You've never been able to tell which one was the older twin and which one wasn't. Whichever, like anytime you ever asked, they always said something different. So
They always say the other one.
yeah. Master Leslinor, we hope that that we find you in good health and good standing.
For now. For now.
Fantastic. How goes your search?
Well, we found out that
He steeples his hands.
we found out that the rumors of the being called the Timber Maiden being possibly a god or a new god coming were false. She was a green hag.
Steepled hands, face unchanging. Makes sense. We surmised as much, but good to have confirmation.
Before she died, she mentioned... What was it, the Nightshade Sisters?
Yes, the Nightshade Sisters.
She mentioned that, so we're trying to go beyond past what the job originally was asked and get information, because they were passing on this disease called a wither that would kill people, and then after they died, they would rise up as zombies.
Brandon, standing behind him, goes, "Very admirable. We'll keep that in mind."
Because one thing I was thinking was, if we can generate as much goodwill as we can with these people, if the docks were to come back that they had and be able to go back into business, that's an additional place that can be used.
Brandon, the one still talking, is like, "That is also a good idea, and the mistress would hope that that does happen. We'll continue to work this angle." I have no idea what you're saying.
Tell them I cleared the fog. Tell them who cleared the fog.
Yeah.
No.
Hudson,
I can't
the
confirm
one, Hudson, the one that's standing before you, goes, "I see that you've gotten a bit stronger."
I would hope so. We killed a green hag and a Sahagin Baron.
That's fantastic. As he affixes his eyes with yours, he begins talking, and you feel compelled to listen, because the mistress has been keeping an eye on you, and thus has sent us to keep an eye on you, as he thrusts his hands out in a welcoming gesture. Though he's dressed as a conquistador, they both seem to act like court jesters, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Very gesticulating and, apropos. Their weapons are always within view of you. Their visage always immaculate and imposing in a way. Very presentory. Now that you have, as we've heard, as he motions to an earring along his head, from the mistress that you have already given a report. We were sent to retrieve one. Good on you. Very, very clever finding a way to send something. This will be kept in note for the future, as he bows deeply, and then brings himself back upright and very proper. As you swallow deeply, I can hear.
That's why I try to do it loudly.
There are rumors upon the Empire. As he begins to lock eyes with you, you begin to slowly be drawn into his deep, dark eyes as the sun begins to set behind him. You can hear the cheering of the crowd as people begin to reunite with their families from a long day at work and discover that the fog has been lifted. Nobody seems to know what's going on, but everybody seems to be in a celebratory mood. All of that begins to fade and drop in the background as you lock eyes with Hudson. There are rumors. The Emperor is very sick. Emperor Bryce Pestle is on his deathbed, or so it would seem. His oldest daughter, Emmeline Pestle, is making preparations for the month of solace that will follow in his passing. This month of solace that will follow is an event called the Ascent. This is where the Emperor or Empress will be crowned, or other potential heirs will lay their claim. Our mistress has heard rumors and has begun to follow a trail, a secret trail of money being played to a party in another land. She suspects an unnamed heiress.
What was the name of that party that was paying the hag? Mo?
Good God, that is...
So many pages ago.
What game was that? That was like third game?
Third or fourth, I don't remember.
I have it written, I swear.
I can stop.
Okay, hold on. It's back
It's
here.
like the toxic
I promise
palatate or
I wrote
something?
it down. That way you can't get mad at us for not knowing.
So, you already touched on it. It's the toxic palatine.
Palatine,
Yes.
okay.
You mentioned the toxic palatine?
Well, you're mentioning a foreign group, and...
No. A trail of money from the Emperor to another group.
Yeah, I said the foreign group, it's just the other group. Foreign just means outside.
And they suspect a illegitimate heir.
Well, I don't know much about that, but there was something else that I forgot to mention about the hack.
Oh?
There was a group of people in what looked like some kind of dragon-esque armor called the Toxic Palatine.
No, that was the name of the dragon. That was the title of the dragon, the Toxic Palatine.
Yeah, but there's 3 people with the dragon armor that mentioned that name.
Right. Oh, shoot. I feel dumb because I can't remember the name of the group, but it is not that group.
Yeah,
We'll have to look back on it.
yeah.
But at the moment, no, that is not.
But they were saying about the hag, there was a group of people who had some kind of dragon-esque armor.
Right. We'll keep looking towards that. See if you can gather anything else. Being on the front lines, that would be your job to pursue that route. But the master has discovered the secret amount of money being forwarded to an individual in Lakehelm. She believes it to be an illegitimate heir, which we would very much like to be on their side when it came to the month of solace. We have no idea when this month of solace will be, as it is the month after the Emperor's death. He has fallen ill, so that could be anywhere from 2 days from now to about a year from now. Who knows? Or maybe he has yet another decade left in him. But the rumor amongst the courtesans and the elite is that it's soon. If you so choose to take it, we have this letter to be delivered to a particular individual in Lake Helm, which we believe to be the illegitimate heir. We wish you to support them if you so choose.
Well, I won't pass up money. I reach for the letter.
Okay. You take it. It's got the purple ribbon with the light blue ink, or sorry, not ink, wax seal upon it, in the same emblazoned image that you're accustomed to, of the scales with the boat and the
sword.
Yep.
And there is something that we came across that I think you might know more about, because we can't seem to find too much information on it. And I pull out the key to the veils dagger.
Okay. Okay. As you're still drawn into the eyes of this individual, they go, Imagine being locked in the dark, alone, no one else beside you. The only people who have been there before you lay dead. It's cold, you can't see before you, locked in a fog. It's like the shadow veil, just draped upon your entire soul. I imagine that's what this potential heir will feel for the month before her possible chance at ascension to Empress. You feel a shudder going behind you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
24.
Okay, you managed to shrug off the effect, but you know it was a powerful charm. One that you feel quite confident that you'd be able to mimic sometime soon.
Mm-hmm.
As being, talking to this person has been bringing forth all of your fears and doubts over the last minute. Just bubbling up. You managed to swallow it down in one large gulp, and they smile. Just keep that in mind. I have nothing more for you on this key or dagger. What is this thing?
It's just something we know is called the Key of Veils.
Well, glory to you. Now, I have a few gifts to give you. I've seen potential in you, and so is the mistress. And with that, over the next 2 hours, if you so choose, he then teaches you how to manipulate people and by talking to them, draw out their deepest fears to bring out their paranoia. And a few other tricks, as you now unlock College of Whispers.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He took that one thing of Rogue.
Yep.
I was wondering where this is going. I was like, what?
So, you now have a location, if you so choose to pursue it, to find according to the scroll, you're looking for a Daphne Atkinson.
Daphne Atkinson.
Yep. Allegedly, she is somewhere in Lake Helm.
In Like how? Okay.
With that, after you spend some time chatting with them and occasionally being frightened and attempting to frighten them but never succeeding,
Of course, never.
you are past 1,000 gold pieces for your troubles.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow,
All right,
indeed.
putting that into my funding.
Of course you are.
Well, for now.
All right.
I'm just saying I don't have the bag of holding, so I can't put it into the party.
Okay, so with that, you are sent on your way. Everybody else, anybody got anything for the day?
Offie is learning comprehend languages and putting that in her wizard spell book. She has the 50 gold of ink, which she'll use 25 of, and the 25 gold of paper, what they need to, the 50 gold in total for level 1 spell.
Yep. All right. Because it's a wizard spell and you already have the ability to cast wizard spells.
Holy
Yes.
shit.
Yep.
Because this is a wizard ritual.
Yep.
Oh, you got the
You-
bug?
Congrats.
What is it?
You got
It's
a
like a
fly.
Oh.
Nice, dude. You managed to transcribe it all over without any additional time or cost, and now you have the spell.
Nice.
Yeah! I can now comprehend languages, and the scroll vanishes, correct?
Yep.
Alright.
The
Well,
spell, the scroll is consumed.
Yep.
Well, what time is it when I get back?
It's now 9 o'clock at night. I'd say 10. 10.
Is the tavern still going?
Oh, the tavern's roaring.
Are we still going?
Probably not.
You
I'm
don't
down
have
for the
to.
count.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I was,
That's right.
I was going to go to their kitchens and ask if they can give me some rudimentary training on food preparation.
Okay. Okay, dearie. I think we can. For the night, if you want to train under me, are you asking to train?
Just for the night, and maybe see for later instances if possible.
Okay, I'm rather busy and can't take new hands, but 10 gold. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll work you to bone.
All right.
All right, so you're gonna be worked hard for the next couple of hours, as people start flooding in. It gets really busy, and she whacks you with a spoon every time you're wrong, and the back of your head and your wrist are raw by about 11 o'clock, 11:30. By the time this is done. But I'm assuming you're trying to do culinary.
We work towards like gourmand. And
Yeah,
other things.
sorry,
Yes.
gourmand. So you're well on your way to the gourmand feat.
So I figure might as well take advantage of some free time.
Yep.
What is the gourmand feat?
I can't remember.
Basically, when we stop for a long rest, I can prepare like a meal for all of us, and we all get bonuses for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in my setting, I actually boost the gourmand feat so that it actually produces additional minor effects to include temporary hit points, or depending on materials that you have on hand, like resistance or advantage on like
Cold,
Cold.
warm, whatever.
right.
Alright.
Like cold and hot drinks from Monster Hunter,
Basically.
and a few other things.
Depending on the what's the word, rarity or quality of the ingredients, I
Right.
assume. Okay.
Yeah. I guess I'm not going to go
Alright.
over to the Meowster Chef anytime soon.
Nice. But that, go ahead and make a wisdom check to see how far you get into it.
18.
18, nice. Yeah, you're definitely well on your way. About 2 hours in, you stop getting slapped with a spoon for wasting ingredients.
As much.
But with that, anything else from anybody?
No, I'm making sure Squeege doesn't die.
Yeah.
Yet. Was it yet?
So I was going to say, since we got
I think
clothes...
Offie...
Since I'm close to the party loot, I'll put in 850 of the gold I got into it.
Nice. And I think if Offie has time after learning her spell, she's going to switch back into a ferret.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. Takes an hour, and switch becomes a ferret again. So if I remember correctly, you don't have any more transformations for your switch.
Not anymore, but she can get more, later.
Okay, and with a new dawn, spreading across the horizon, I think we're going to take a quick break.
Mystery Fantasy Dungeon 9000 is a 25-year-old living and growing world, now 2 years as a podcast. We use rules from all editions of D&D and some from other D20 systems. Join as two groups brave this old world, in which years of previous adventures have plundered and enjoyed locking away powerful evils. And now, after 4 ages, those very evils are breaking free. How will the current groups deal with this plight? Will they be able to deal with the things they've unleashed? Hunt us down monthly, wherever you can summon a podcast.
Hi, we're back. So, you guys have a good night's rest. I need the 2 afflicted with the wither to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
Because we're in the final hours.
25.
The moon's about to
Yep.
fall.
Constitution, that's 21.
Nice.
Alright, the wither does not progress any farther on our 2 tanks.
I love how the tanks
Sure.
are hit.
Yeah.
Well, they're up front. It makes sense they'd get afflicted.
In the morning, people are jovial and happy. You can see people with the wither, without the wither, all just seeming to be,
Better mood.
in a better mood. Absolutely.
Luz gets his breakfast, looks at the cat, and you can brag if you want.
We should have. Oh.
It is definitely devoid of fog.
I should have gone and watched the guy make the potions just for funsies. There's probably some fun interaction there, but too late now. Alright.
You can brag now if you
Yeah,
want.
well, we got the Slayer of Hags and the Clear of Fog over here. It's not a big deal or anything. Oh, so
Yeah.
breakfast and then, what time is it? Like 9-ish, 8-ish?
It's around like 8 o'clock in the morning. Most of the clear cutters are gone because they all wake up at like 6 in the morning and they leave by like 6:37.
So there's no line for breakfast?
No.
You can grab some food and then, I'm not sure what is there to do in
it's like
town.
3 copper, right?
Yeah, give or take.
It's 2 copper for breakfast and then 2 more copper for alcohol, which
For breakfast?
Volgar
Beerios.
always Volgar always partakes. So Volgar's breakfast always costs 4 copper.
Well, Volgar's breakfast is a steak and a beer.
Probably.
His lunch is steak and a beer. His dinner is probably steak and a beer. He doesn't understand what the concept of vegetables are.
He knows that they can be used to make beer.
The Rob
Hops are a
Swanson
vegetable, I
of
think.
friggin'... Why would I eat what my food eats?
Awfully after breakfast is probably going to go looking around the town a little bit.
Yeah, what's there to do? What else? What have we not gone and seen in the town?
Specifically, she wants to see if she can't find a library or something that can deal with the history that she's interested in.
Make an investigation check.
Asks random NPC, where's your library?
Do you
Roll.
guys have a bookstore?
Rolls dice,
Investigation?
gets 2. Where library?
We're a librarian.
We're book place.
Where book? Big book.
Where?
So
14. Big ol' 1-4 right there.
So, in the last couple of days, this one particular store has been, I'm trying to see the name of the town. This one particular store has been boarded up and unusable. It is now open. Let's see if I can. 'Cause- Okay, so the name of the store was Knick Knack Nook. It was previously boarded up and is now open for business.
Okay. I guess she'd go in there, see what she can find.
Inside, you see a familiar face, covered in the wither, very dirty, human, slight bandana covering over half of an eye, is Timmy, the
Timmy!
the bandit that you personally let live.
Yes.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
His name was Timmy?
His name was Timmy, and the gnome that you killed, this was his shop.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, she didn't kill anybody. okay?
Right. But your party killed the owner of this shop, which had been abandoned.
Oh, hush.
I feel kind of bad now.
She walks in.
I don't-
She's gonna smile. With her teeth. even
He's
though it
heavy
shows
with
her
the
one
wither.
tooth.
He's heavy with the wither. It's Oh, it's you.
Hey.
Live to suffer.
You're looking. Well, it's nice to see you again.
I'm alive, and I
wish
figured-
wasn't.
I figured this shop should be alive for at least as long as I can make it.
I think you'll make it just fine. We're, those things that Frederick sells.
Yeah, if you can afford them.
If you can, you can't.
Yeah, you own a store.
I mean, this is a knick-knack shop. There are no buyers in the time of strife.
Okay.
I just did it to remember my friend.
What was his name again?
I understand. So, let me ask something really quick. Do they actually work?
I mean, I've seen people last another month.
That's what I'm afraid of. Buying time.
So you think if the wither can't be afflicted anymore, if somebody drinks it, it'll cure them?
That's all our hopes, but I mean, the fog clearing's the hope.
Yeah. We've got a lot of hope. So, if you can't afford it, would you mind if I offered to give you one? If it works.
You see blackened teeth as he cracks a smile and laughing. He's like, that's too much. Too much. Why? He doesn't seem to believe.
It's a good thing to do, and I don't believe that anybody deserves to
I
suffer
tried
like
to
this.
rob you all.
Say again?
He says he tried to rob you all.
I know you did. But honestly, it was out of necessity for you, how you saw it.
He
I don't
kind of
think
hangs
that
his...
anybody is born evil, so why should we treat each other like we are?
Fair enough. See anything you like?
I'm just here. I like to collect historical things, and I'm just looking for some interesting things that maybe are harder to come across.
Okay. So, looking around, make an investigation check.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, 15.
Okay. There's a nesting doll that looks rather interesting. It appears to be what looks to be a hill giant, and when you crack it open, it's an ogre. When you crack it open again, It's an orc, then a half orc, then keeps going down until you get a goblin.
That's cute.
That certainly is a knick-knack.
Yeah, that's a knick-knack.
Yeah, I can see why this guy's poor.
Another one, you see some salt and pepper shakers, and a pouch of spices, which, when you reach into it, it appears to be just a gray stone, but when you seem to think of something, it seems to change in its scent.
That's cool.
Experimenting with it, you take a pinch. It's oregano. Then take another pinch. It's rosemary. Then it's pepper.
Okay.
So there's a pouch of spices.
Yeah.
Let me turn that down a little bit.
That pouch of spices changes what spice it is?
Yep.
You might like that.
You know what to say. Our future gourmand, if you will.
Yeah, our
there's a
future
couple of books, a couple of them cookbooks, some fairy tales.
Which fairy tales? Are there any that she might recognize as something from her?
Make an intelligence check as you try and read.
Like basic fairy tales or standard.
Intelligence check to read. She's at least a 13 intelligence.
Right, but to perceive,
12.
Alright, there you go. To comprehend what you're reading. I can read all the here again.
There is a basic one that catches your interest. Is a slight. It's presented as a fairy tale, but you can tell just from the subtext that it is a history of Whitehaven. Doing a cursory glance, something about a dragon turtle and a noble. But you'd have to purchase it in order to find out the details.
Okay. Is there anything else that might catch her attention in particular?
No, unfortunately. Not in this place.
Okay. She'll grab how many cookbooks are there?
There are 3 cookbooks. Each of them are 3 gold a pop.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna dip into party funds without asking anybody, but, it's for the party.
So you look at them. One of them seems to be cookbooks of the north. One of them seems to be cookbooks of the south. And then one seems to be a cookbook for general staying, like something to fill you for a long time, like hardiness.
She'll grab the last cookbook, the bag of spices, and the history book.
The cookbook of how to make an MRE.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you got the prices. So mark them off.
I don't have the prices for the history book or the bag of spices.
The spice.
Okay, so the bag of spices. Sorry, I thought I told you.
No, you did not.
No, I did not. Price checker. Okay. The bag of spices is going to be 50 gold pieces.
Worth it. And then how much is the history book?
The history book is 15.
15 gold pieces for a fairy tale?
Yep.
I'm still stuck at 50 for a rock.
I want to know, is he really going to charge you for that stuff if you're buying a potion?
Because she's already a little guilty about the whole death of the friend. She's not going to barter.
Oh my god.
All right.
This
Good
this
thing we're not
book.
there.
So you gleaned only that amount from it. There is more to this book. That is what you got in a cursory glance.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
It's-
I know,
it's
but
actually fairly
that's the
thick.
fairy tale, so that's why I'm like, wait, what?
If you glance further into it,
Just buy him some oregano.
there is a bit about the Carbowick Deep, the Rosendale Cemetery, and the Lichenous Forest.
Ooh,
Oh, and the
Okay.
Mirror Falls.
sure.
I guess she'll go ahead and grab it. Sorry, party loot, but don't worry, this is all going to be worth it, I promise.
So basically, what you've got gathered is a small bit of history of the northeastern part of the continent, plus a small portion of the map for that area.
Oh, good. Yeah, a lot of party help. Good.
So you now have a loose map of the Rosendale Cemetery, Carbowick Deep, Lichenous Forest, Whitehaven, and Mooley Bay.
They're kind of
Okay.
right in the sea.
Steal from the party loot and see what happens.
Oh, come on, it's for everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I wouldn't be dipping into the party loot if this was purely, for her.
Well,
Can I ask a question about the bag of spices, even if I'm not there? Just out of curiosity. Does it have a finite amount of it, or how much is
How's this?
usable?
Yeah, how does this rock work exactly?
So several times a day you can spice one meal. It has several charges that redo every day.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay. She'll go ahead. She's not going to even complain about the prices. And she will pay little Timmy.
He goes, thank you, and sorry what we did.
Looks like you can afford your own elixir now, bud.
Hey,
Yeah, you can afford
it's
that.
okay. I can kind of understand what happened. I don't think any single one of us are mad.
As
I cleared the
I mean,
bar
I
for
don't-
this shit.
Are you gonna fight the fight?
No.
No.
No, I'm gonna cast Franz and run.
Frogs. Alright, so do you leave anything else that you guys wish to do until noon?
Is there what stores have we not been? There's a as soon as a general goods store. There's a
Yep, you've been to
magical
the general.
curiosity store.
You guys, you've been to most of the stores.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, that's fine then. Well, we can just go to the tree and wait. Or not the tree, get center of town and wait.
Yep, center of town.
The center.
There's also the forge. Yep, hammer
Oh
out.
yeah, to report back what we found,
From
or anything that we need to report to Madame Hayes.
So Madam Hayes, you guys haven't talked to at the Clear Lane Cuttery. Hammer out, you've been to briefly. That's the forge. There's Misty Cupboards, Frederick Butcher's, and then the Knick-Knack Shop. And one other place, Heavenly Handmade, which is the clothing store.
Coffee's good right now.
As much as I want to go to the clothing store, I think I'm good too.
I guess Alfie is just going to meet up with the rest of the party. I'm going to guess Lesnalor is pretty obvious. You know, he's been cooking with a spoon shape in the back of his hand.
Little red welt.
Yeah.
She's going to smile
He
at
fixes
Lesnalor and go,
Sleeve.
Mademoiselle, I got you something. And she'll pull out the cookbook and bag of spices.
Yeah. You guys are there at the Springvine Inn, towards the back. You watch as Mansell walks out the back with Alvis and his backpack.
Alvis in his backpack? Or
No,
Elvis
and-
and his? Okay.
Offie would follow him if she sees him.
You see him meet up with Lenore and Barian.
Bo Ryan.
Forgot about
Bo Ryan.
Yep, as they begin hitching up, several people are getting into the carriages that you guys had traveled in, as straps of wood are being adhered to the back of the cart, or the wagon, actually, the wagon that Mansell had piloted before. He goes, "Huh, oh, hi, friend, looks like it's about time I leave."
Yeah, you weren't gonna say goodbye to us?
Well, you all seem so busy, and I told you that I was leaving about this time.
I mean, we were just sitting inside.
No, you seem so busy. I'm sorry. I'm on my way out. Actually, can I see that real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you so much for letting me tag along. If you need me, I'm going to Gordon Wells.
Gordon Wells?
Gorin Wells.
Gordon Wells?
Yep, it's next to the Bonnebury Lock. After that, I'm probably going to cross Ellery Field on my way to Whitehaven.
Les will send
Okay.
send her a message and be telling her, tell Mansell that when we're done, we're going to spread that he was the one helping us here as a hero. Oh.
And Offie just quickly sends back, got it. Mansell, we just want to thank you for everything that you did. It was a lot, and I don't think it was really expressed that you're just as much as a hero as any one of us might be called later. We're gonna...
Presumptuous.
Honestly, you did a lot, so we just want to thank you, and we'll hopefully meet up again. We'll let you go on your jobs and everything now, but while you're gone, we'll be sure to say that you also helped free this town from everything.
I just hope that it clears up. I know that you're working to actually do the cure, but I mean, I'm sorry that I'm leaving before I know that it's actually happening. I have no idea if this is actually going to work.
Nor do we, but there's always hope. Like a little vagrant hope, right?
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely believe it'll work. But, that's in my heart of hearts.
Yeah.
Just kiss already.
So really, Mansell, thank you. I know you're trying to get out of here without running into us and getting swept up in us again, but just thank you.
No, if you need my help and I'm in the area, just let me know.
We will. And if you happen across us ever again, don't be a stranger, please.
No, absolutely not. I'll make sure that I call upon you if I need help.
Thank you. And have safe travels.
Changebringer be with you.
Changebringer be with you too.
As he affixes the last bit of luggage into the back, you see as several children are loaded aboard his wagon, and a few people are without the wither. Nobody seems to be afflicted with the wither on this caravan out. It seems that they're ditching before they're afflicted, or they have nobody who has been afflicted left in their lives, and they're just they've had enough.
Yeah. Offie, before she goes back in, will give a kind wave to the people in the wagon, and then go back inside.
Okay. They smile at you, and a few of the children wave, and you watch as the three drivers load up and settle up in their wagons, and yeah. You hear the horse hooves on stonework as wheels cross over bumps as they drive off into the distance.
As they're leaving, Aki will offer a very small prayer to the Changebringer. Just keep them safe, please.
If you want, you can make
They
a
don't-
wisdom check.
A what?
Religion or wisdom check, your choice.
Let's try religion. She's been okay at those. There's my religion
Wisdom, right?
dice.
No, religion's intelligence.
That's just an 11, so not as good as I was hoping.
Very average.
You feel a warm feeling in yourself as you give them well wishes on their travels. But nothing more comes of it.
Yeah, she just goes back inside to sit with the group and wait for, what's his name? Frederick.
You watch as the sun rises higher in the sky as their silhouette disappears off in the distance.
Yep.
Noon falls upon the town as people come in for lunch out from the fields and as well as the forest. It is now your appointed hour to meet Frederick. You watch as a carriage with Frederick at the helm, his bodyguard at the side, and flying overhead is this weird scorpion thing.
A scorpion?
Yeah, scorpion.
I like it.
Well, you...
Yes.
Oh, no, you weren't around.
No, I missed
for-
that.
for
I
this.
missed that, unfortunately. It sounds amazing, though.
His little familiar is this mixture of a squirrel and a scorpion and something else. It's very unnatural looking, is what it is. As
Some say I'm very unnatural looking.
as the cart comes clattering to a stop, people begin to gather as as the bodyguard goes, back, all of you, back.
So angry.
The squirrel thing begins to fly overhead, doing swoops down, and people back up slightly as it crouses them back. And he moves forward. Frederick, yes, I have the cure for what ails all of you. Fresh off my cauldron, I'm ready for all of you. As he goes up to his cart, begins cranking a wheel, and the side of it opens up in a flourish, and you see banners and a easel opens up to the side. You see a multitude of potions and talismans and a few items off to the side, just dangling with a jangle. Very, presentory. He goes, yes, I have people I have to serve first. Where are those who helped me? Those who helped me bring you, the good people of this town, my magnificent elixir.
Doesn't even bother to know the name of the town.
Do we step forward?
Yes, I'll step forward. Shoot, I cleared the fog. She killed the hag. Let's do this.
Alright, off he walks up with the group.
All right.
What does Freddy say?
Yes, magnificent. Move up to the front. I owe you a few potions of my magnificent elixir. As promised, I always keep my promise. All right, so you get the 4 doses of the elixir.
We are going to feed one potion to one of the guys with the wither first, right? As Leslienor's plan?
Yep, we're going to give to Abram because he's the furthest along. Yeah. If it can reverse it by 1, that's good. If it cures it, it's even better. But...
Okay, so you down his throat. He absorbs it and he goes pale, then bright red, and then deeper red, like a ruddy red, and he throws up.
That's not good.
A black, vile ichor that is super thick.
Viscous.
Very viscous. Deep black streaks of ebony and a few bits of crimson, and he flushes. He is cured of the wither. He's at level 1 of exhaustion, but he looks like he's going to get better.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
Alright, off he buys the 4 that she said she would.
Okay, so you buy 4. You guys have 4, so a total of 8. Word quickly spreads, and pushing out of the crowd as he comes forward is actually Madame Hayes. She goes, out of the way, clear lane, cuttery business. As she slams down a huge coffer of coin in front of him.
I think I know where that coin came from.
It's like, per the council of the town, we're buying the stockpile. And we're distributing it to those in need.
Oh, okay. I thought it was capitalism at its finest for a second.
Oh no, it is capitalism at its finest. We gave them a shitload of gold to take care of.
Yeah, but she's just
Yeah, but they
It's
would have
like,
gotten
Clear Lane Cuttery makes sure that all of its employees are well taken care of.
Capitalism.
I don't know. Sounds like it.
Yep. Behind her is a towering man, somewhere around 7 feet tall, mutton chops, like super thick, ending at a very, like he shaved 2 days ago, but
Oh, it's like his name starts with a random letter and ends in onk. Bronk, Kronk,
Hey,
Gronk.
I like Kronk.
Junk.
Right.
Hey,
Yes.
don't forget wrong letter.
My father will see that all of you are well taken care of. And he goes, as always, we will prosper as an entire town and not just a family.
Wrong.
He sounds very smart. Sounds like a very educated man.
Yep.
A man of culture and class.
Right? And people are just screaming, clear lane, clear lane, clear lane. You can tell that this is Mr. Clear Lane. Though you guys don't know his first name, but you can tell that
Mr.
this is
Or clear.
This is obviously the owner of the Clear Lane Cuttery.
So we have an in because his daughter seems to like us because we brought her some closure.
Potentially.
Yes.
Right.
Alright.
Yeah, you know that Hayes was the name of a town guard that she had married.
Oh god.
Alright.
Imagine the town guard that we killed had the blood-stained diary was her husband.
Who
That would be
knows?
messed up.
Who knows? You guys never found out.
Oh well.
Well, we saw the diary, but it was too blood-stained.
Alright, reload the pass save.
So, potions and cheers are passed out. You guys purchase the 4 potions. You guys are given the 4 potions.
One's being used.
No, well,
Yep,
2's
one
being
is
used.
being
They
used.
want
Yeah.
2's being used. You gather that it's the alchemic version of a potion of greater restoration.
Alright, I guess I'll be nicer to the guy.
So it has to be ingested, so it's not quite greater restoration.
It's still good, though.
Yeah.
So it can't cure petrification.
I'll be nicer to the guy.
He just likes
Alright.
money, that's fine, I suppose.
So basically, it's greater restoration at a much cheaper cost.
And we have 6 doses that we don't know when they expire.
Yeah.
If they expire.
So, potions are being passed out. It seems that the town is going to be saved. What do you guys wish to do?
Continue trying to find that coven because once the source is taken care of, they can still be re-afflicted.
Is there like a town mayor I can brag at?
Well,
As far as you can tell, make an intelligence check, actually.
did we go to
Before
find out
we
who-
leave, I just want to like do some bragging. Oh man, 19 plus something. Is it intelligence?
Yep.
Or investigate? Yeah, 24.
So, as far as this particular size of town, it seems to be
The Clear Lane guy, I assume.
kind of like a small council, loose affiliated of business owners.
Okay.
So it's run by the guild.
Sounds like.
It's not a guild-run town.
I know. I'm just saying though, it's a guild like shopkeepers and everything. Their leaders are
Right.
the council.
So the face of the town, this town is less than 1,000 people.
Oh, okay.
A
little smaller than I pictured, but okay.
It's 1,000 people. Roughly around 50 of those are guards, which is actually around somewhere like 5-6%.
Yeah, that's really small.
It should be like 10.
Yeah, at least.
But one in 10 people being a guard, that's ridiculous.
I know, but they're in the middle of Buck like nowhere, and they've been really getting screwed over.
Right, but again,
The wither is keeping the numbers low.
No,
Now the population will boom. Oh god, they're going to starve. What have we done?
They now have room to expand into the ocean area.
In all towns, guards tend to be around like 3 to 6% of the population, no matter where you're at. Even in large towns, where it actually is lower than that.
Well, that's because they have a larger population.
Yeah, but Violet Hayes is the name of the person who seems to be the face of the town.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one that seems to take care of the day-to-day of the mercantile needs, while interfacing with the Clear Lane Cuttery.
And she seems to like us.
No.
But as far as the de facto mayor...
Yeah, but that's the closest I'll get to a figurehead.
I guess she would be the figurehead of the town.
Did we take that rough drawing or knowledge that we have of the Nightshade Sisters, or whatever they're called?
Yeah, you have it.
No, I know we have it, but did we take it to the church or anywhere that might actually have more knowledge on where they might possibly be?
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, time to go talk to some cleric cops.
Yeah, sounds like it.
You go find Violet Hayes and you're like, yeah, I did all that stuff.
Yeah,
the fog, the hag.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
Me and Squeege want to go talk to Ms. Hayes.
She already knows our party.
Okay, so you guys go to talk to Miss Hayes after she's...
I mean, he goes to talk to Miss Hayes. I'm not really concerned about bragging.
It's just me?
Okay, so...
Freya will hover close by just in case.
I just want to approach her and tell her what's
She seems to have purchased the lot, and her group seems to be distributing potions and elixir to people.
Okay.
It seems to be a lot of elixir being handed out.
Okay.
It seems to be able to cover at least a good majority of the town.
Okay. I would like
the
to.
church.
I'd like to approach Ms. Hayes and just.
Which church? There's 2 in town.
The Lawbringer.
Okay.
The one with the bounties.
So we're gonna go with.
You do yours first. You're already here. I have travel time.
I was just gonna, tell her basically just, make sure that she's going to equally distribute it all. First of all, make sure everyone is going to be healed.
Okay, so you approach her.
Yeah.
She welcomes you with smiling eyes and arms.
I trust this is all going to be, distributed equally and fairly to everyone, correct?
Of course.
Excellent. All right. Well, I just wanted to say, it's been fun. It's been real. I really enjoyed clearing the fog for you, by the way. That was pretty sweet.
Was that you?
Yes. We're pretty sure it was me.
Well, perfect.
We got a good feeling it was me, at least. And on behalf...
I had a feeling you guys disappeared and then suddenly...
And then on behalf of my friend Squeege, you're welcome for killing that hag again, by the way. I just want to throw that out there, too.
Well, that's perfect. There's rumors that we're starting to be able to open up trade, and that's why we're eager to get rid of the wither.
Speaking of trade, actually, while we're on that topic, I keep forgetting to ask, do you have any caravans that run out of here? Any good? I really hate walking. Walking is really slow. You guys got any good trade routes to get around to the smaller or bigger places? I'm sure you do.
I was hoping to speak with all of you.
We can come back if you like.
We weren't able to give you some kind of reward before, and the town can't give you one, but Clear Lane Cuttery can. As she smiles, she goes, "We'd like to offer you. I mean, we have no money to give you because we just bought a lot of cure.
You just cured the town. I understand.
But our personal carriage."
Yes.
We can offer you 2 horses and one carriage.
Oh Oh, what's the upkeep on a carriage and horses? God. All right, sounds good. What do you think, Offie?
That's so nice of you to offer to us. I mean...
Well, you guys just blew into our town and just cured our problems.
That's what we do best.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, hopefully.
We're just here trying to spread hope. That's about it.
I really, that's actually like a big concern of mine. Thank you. I really appreciate it, actually. Thank you very much.
So, if you're looking for additional jobs or whatever, there's work to be done. We're starting up our local job board again.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be open in the next day or so for people finally opening up new jobs. We have people traveling towards Eris that need to trade with them. We're willing to provide a Reddit script to be able to pass the Windshire Wall with our goods.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh. Buzz is already gone. He would have said some things.
Well,
He's gone.
let's talk with everybody
Yeah,
about what we can do and where we'll go. And
Yeah, definitely convene with the
we'll
group.
look at the job board, but I think a few of us have other ideas of where we might want to go later.
Okay, if you're not willing to travel too far, there's at least I know of a personal job I was going to post on the board. Between us and the Windshire Wall, there's a group of orcs that is terrorizing any trade caravan.
Okay. That sounds right up our alley.
Ambush.
I mean, anywhere north, you're likely to be ambushed by goblins.
I mean, we'll still definitely talk it over with our party, but I'm sure Offie has no problem helping out those in need. I have no problem getting paid to help those in need.
There we go. You have no problem getting paid.
To help those in need.
Paid is a key word.
Yeah.
He's got quite the mouth on him. He's charming.
I'm just being honest. That's
Well, for now, you're at least safer sort of town. By the way, what do we call you?
No, I don't know.
You know, maybe we'll have an answer when we get back from taking care of your orc problem. How about that? No, you need something right now?
No, I mean it's okay.
Freedom
you guys,
pals.
Freedom pals.
No, actually, I was thinking that, like, since you said a vagrant hope, how about we just be the vagrant hope? We keep traveling around everywhere so far, but all we've been doing is trying to bring hope to everybody.
The vagrant hope?
The vagrant hope?
Yeah, it sounds pretty cute.
Spreading hope. Vagrant hope.
It could work. Or a vagrant's hope, or something like that. I don't know.
So you guys are the vagrant hopes?
The vagrant hope?
The vagrant hope.
The vagrant's hope? No,
The vagrant hope.
It changes every time. It just shifts a little bit every time. The Mandela effect.
Right?
I mean, that's fine with me. Vagrant hope works.
Alright, I can get behind that.
I can get behind that.
Alright, so
Vagrant
the beginning journey of the vagrant hope.
Yeah. Vagrant hope.
Alright, so you guys are the vagrant hope.
Vaguely hopeful.
Vaguely hopeful.
Alright, anyway, vague hope. Anyway, so yeah, vagrant hope.
Okay, if you guys want to get in touch with me later, just go up to the local stable and there'll be 2 horses and a carriage waiting for you.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, very much. I imagine that last, like, vagrant hope thing is like in a video game where you're sitting there, like, typing in all sorts of stupid names and you finally go back and hit enter. Well, thank you for... Just goes right back into the game.
Yeah, right?
Oh, and
Oh, you're back.
word of the wise, don't shoot a crossbow from the other side of a horse.
Why would I shoot a crossbow from a horse?
If the enemy's on the other side of the horse and the horse is between you, please don't shoot the
Oh,
crossbow.
I'm not stupid.
Oh, yeah, gotta be smart about the horses.
Okay, I'll probably...
You know,
ice
you
knife
guys are
instead.
saying like that's a common thing.
I'm just gonna
but-
ice knife the wheels. Aim for the tires.
It's not a common thing. It just happens in the other game a lot.
Or I'll put the carriage.
I'm sorry that you guys don't understand
That horses are stupid.
that horses are stupid.
Hey, I'm not the one who killed
Horses
the
poop
horse.
while walking.
Yeah.
What is this poop while walking?
It's a true statement. I mean, I would too if I could.
Right.
All right. So
So we need to go. So you went to the church or whatever. Where did
Yep.
you go?
I was.
I'm the only one person who left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you just didn't want to walk up.
So
to
we're gonna go to
Yeah.
you,
Okay.
and then I think we're gonna take a break. We're end the session.
All right.
This is a good stopping point after.
Yeah.
You know what? Before we leave, can I take one of those tinctures? The potions. I have an
yeah.
idea who I want to give it to, just in case.
Yep. Go ahead for it.
All right. First thing I want to do is the guy who is basically been my go-to guy for the past 2 places. That sick teenager.
Right.
Is he still there?
Mm-hmm. He sure is.
Does he still have the wither?
Yes.
I was like, hey, this is the third time we're meeting, and I don't have anything to give you for the church,
Oh, can you
but
not
I do
interrupt
have
me?
something to give you as a gift, as helping. And I hand him one of the potions.
Oh, really?
Tastes like cherries.
He gulps it down, and
You might want to back up a little bit so you're not on the desk.
he goes, "What?" as he absorbs it, it seems to be more potent than before. Splatters ichor all across the ground. He still has some veins, but they've retracted drastically, and you can actually watch them just slowly, just retracting more and more as time goes on. Wow. Thank you.
No, you've helped us enough.
I mean, you've helped us plenty,
We help them more.
right?
Okay. No, it's just something I wanted to do. But I do have one little favor.
Oh,
Who is like your knowledge or like some kind of records keeper that might know a little bit more about the immediate area?
I mean, that would be me, I guess.
I'll have the little sketch that we have of that little tree and like the Nightshade sisters and whatnot. Is there anything here? And I just handed it to him. I was like, that seems familiar to you, like a direction.
No, sorry.
Do you possibly might know anyone who might know?
I mean, this just seems a general symbol.
Is there anything where Nightshade might be something important or somewhere common?
I mean, any place that it would be keep it secret. Sorry, the only... can you hand me the map again? The only place that it might be important... Stagmire.
How far is that from here?
A long way.
Okay, no, that probably wouldn't. Well, it might spread over there. And the methods won't have really. They'll have a drastically harder time to trick and jump into people if there's no fog.
True. Looking around, there haven't been any at all.
Yeah, so like with the fog missing, the methods would be borderline impossible to try to spread the weather. If
But you haven't seen any methods since you...
killed the hag.
Right.
So we might have ended the wither in the immediate area, it might be somewhere else with the other hags. For all we know.
Right. If it's anywhere else.
Alright. Stagmire?
Yep, Stagmire.
Sounds like a lovely place.
You know that place to be far to the east, north of the fertile fields, and east of Gorin Wells.
And
South of Whitehaven.
this might be a long shot. Does the name Toxic Paladin mean anything to you?
Sorry, friend.
Have you seen any has anyone reported any individuals wearing some kind of creepy draconic-like armor?
Nope, sorry.
All right. Thank you.
Of course.
All right.
You can see as time goes on, he's becoming more, health and hale and
Healthier.
Mhm.
All right. Head back to the party.
All right.
That was a long shot, but I was hoping it would work.
Okay. Is there a place?
Yes.
Huh?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Offie would go back to the knick-knack shop to see if Timmy was still afflicted.
Can I go with her, actually?
Yeah. As time has gone on, people have been passed around the cure. People are. Some people are throwing up in the streets, but looking immediately better.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes all you need to do is a good purge.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but
It's not the most sanitary of places.
right. Yeah, you make your way back to the knick-knack shop, and inside is Timmy, looking much better.
Oh, they already got to
And
you.
there's a pile of ichor on the ground.
Yeah.
There's not, but you can smell vomit somewhere. He goes, yes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this shop is somewhat on the thoroughfare, so I was one of the first people to get it.
I guess that's true.
Hey, Timmy, I gotta...
I'm glad
Oh,
to
go
see
ahead.
that.
Well, thank you.
Hey, Timmy,
Yes,
you got some paint floating around in here by any chance?
I do.
How much you got? And what colors?
It's all kinds.
All
What are
kinds,
looking
you
for?
say? Can I get I'll say half a gallon of red.
Half a gallon of red.
Do you not know what a gallon is? How about you
No,
give me a
he's
can of paint?
He's looking at you suspiciously and goes, okay, 7 copper.
Alright, can do. As soon as I figure out how to... There it is. Alright.
He's like
Oh,
this.
there you go. 7.
Oh, yeah.
7 copper.
Put together the silver.
Huh?
Before we left,
Take off like 8 silver, so I grab the 7. It wasn't
Plus.
this. Huh?
Add 10 gold to your stuff.
Okay, I'll add it in a second. Oh,
I think that's how much I owed him.
sweet. Whatever. I'll do it later. Alright, sweet. I'm gonna hoof it over to the carriage real quick.
Okay, so
Sure.
the carriage,
Yep.
you see it.
I feel an agility. I get there in like 2 seconds. I get there in 2 seconds.
It's kind of like,
Does it need a fresh coat of paint?
it's an odd color.
That's, I don't have enough to paint the whole thing. I'm just here to throw Vagrant Hope on the back and Battle Wagon on the side. Alright?
So it's brown with kind of like a mauve pansy pink.
Oh,
on
that
the
sounds
back.
absolutely atrocious.
Yeah. It's okay looking,
Painted
but
black with the red
with a red on top of it, it makes it awful.
Perfect. Vagrant Hope on the back, Battle Wagon on the side.
Spelled wrong.
It's, spelled wrong.
It's got a backwards R.
What's that?
Offie wants to help to make sure it at least looks half decent.
I kind of want to call my master Brandon so I can
Make
shoot
a
myself in the head.
charisma check because this is going to be hard.
What? Oh, to make it look halfway decent because it's 2 clashing colors. Got it. I'm gonna help her?
Oh no, I'm talking about the lettering. She wants
Yo,
the lettering.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
The colors can be fixed later.
Oh yeah, you
You can always prestidigitate the colors, I guess.
You can paint this thing any way you want.
I know. That's my
But
point.
but right now you're painting it like awful colors because you're like, I'm just gonna like
This worked out.
graffiti
This worked out
this
perfect.
thing.
I mean, it's gonna look nice-ish.
Not right now.
All she's doing is she just wants to assist with making the letters look pretty.
All right, see, there we go. We're gonna get a nice Comic Sans font up there, and it's gonna be great.
Okay.
So, Battle Wagon on the side.
Make a dex check.
Oh, a dex check, huh?
With advantage, Offie's helping.
All right. 14 plus 5. 14
Okay,
plus
it looks okay. You don't do the backwards stupid letter,
5. BADDLE.
and you don't misspell it. You colors still clash.
That's fine. That's fine. We're off on
Thank
our
God Les
adventure.
hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, we're off on our adventure now.
Because you're like, hey, we're going to Stona with this thing. I will kill myself before you walk into Stona with that kind of character.
We can fix the colors later.
You better fix the colors now, because if my bastards see it,
I like it.
I'm going to kill myself.
Well, either way, we've branded our brand name onto our carriage. I think we're good now. We're ready to move on to our next adventure in wherever Eris.
Okay, so where are you guys going?
I think I did go into Eris. It's not far.
Probably meet up and
Right,
talk
passing the map?
about it.
Yeah, we'll wait
Can I see the
for.
map?
All of
Yeah,
us would like to go.
yeah. I definitely say wait till everyone else is here. But Eris is not a long distance away, and there's nowhere else to go but back from Eris. So unless you want to go through the mountains somehow.
Oh, it's Wakefield.
Right.
Okay.
But I think a couple of us might want to go to Lake Helm or even Stona.
We can eventually.
Eris is right there. Where is Lake Helm?
Lake Helm is up in
Oh, I see it, top left.
on the right side of the map, and then right across from it, and just to the barely south is Stagmire.
So what we could do is go to Eris, then head back, go to Trade Vein, and then from Trade Vein we can either go northeast of Lake Helm or west of Wakefield, depending on the situation.
That's not a bad idea. I mean,
So you have
that's
no
a song.
idea how long the Emperor might last. So,
Yeah.
I also haven't told them about the job yet.
right, so just
Before
throwing
we-
that in
yeah.
your mob.
But we have two jobs that we could do on the way to Eris, which is an orc camp, which could take us anywhere between a couple days to a week or so,
Yeah.
and then immediately turn around. Or there's a whole trade thing that might take us longer than that.
There's also the whole fact of we might have a future Empress in our pocket.
Yes, but Afi doesn't know that. So I'm talking from M's perspective. If we want to hit up some cash first and then head up, or if we just want to screw it, let's go.
I mean, I'm all for to get some capital first, because you never know what we might need. Like, we might need to bribe a guard or two to let us in somewhere. You never know. I might have to talk to somebody and scare them shitless for a minute or an hour if I actually succeed. But yeah,
Because the shorter of the jobs that we've been looking at is just the kill the orcs by the Windshire Wall.
yeah. There's only one problem with killing the orcs. What if there's a barbarian or two of those groups? I am not going near that.
Yeah, that's the scary part. So, I mean, we could ignore all jobs and just head straight to Lake Helm.
They said could be a month, could be a year. Just it's
Could
soon,
be-
and we
and
have.
that comes down to how much information you let us privy to, because we don't know any of this.
Oh, I was going to tell them word for word what I was told.
Oh,
Because
you're
if
going to tell
we're,
us word for word.
because if we're going to be doing a job together, I don't want to keep anything secret.
Fair.
I'm
Because
still recording, so.
oh, I know.
I know, I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun to edit.
Yeah. Then we haven't said break and they left to smoke. I'm jealous. So I
Giving us
Les
Word
doesn't
for
believe
word.
Les doesn't believe in keeping information about a job secret unless it's absolutely necessary, because a lack of information gets people killed.
this is true. So word for word, if we are looking for a princess of some sort, I guess Aki would kind of lean towards maybe helping find her, because that seems like something important.
Because for all we know, as an
But she
illegitimate
doesn't-
child, she doesn't have protection, and if somebody else finds out that she's an illegitimate child, and they don't want her going for the throne, they're going to try to kill her.
Yeah, you have no idea what the,
The situation is.
right, but there's an event. You didn't roll
the-
to find out what the event was.
Month of Solace?
Yep, the month of Solus.
You told me that was the month after the passing, and it's the emperor, the crowning of the new emperor is after the month.
Right, but anything beyond that, you'd have to roll for that.
Yeah,
But I guess, Afi's also kind of clueless as to why you would want this empress above the other. So,
well, there's also, you have to look at their upbringing. If you want somebody who's going to be better, typically,
So,
for
yeah,
the people,
there's
you
a
want
month-
somebody who's living with the people.
So after an emperor dies, there's a month of solace,
Mhm.
and then immediately afterward, there's an event called the Ascent.
Right.
And that is when all, the emperor or empress is crowned, or anybody who
With a
is
claim.
an heir can lay claim.
So I'm feeling that we're probably going to end up having to put the illegitimate child forward and then assassinate everyone else.
Jeez.
That sounds like a bad idea.
No, I'm just saying that outside the game. No, like the assassinate part is. I'm sorry, I'm thinking a lot of like a very specific game that starts with a D. Second word starts with an A. There's a 3 in it, where the court system is very freaking weird. Where you do one thing wrong, hey look, you're being executed.
Okay, and I think with that, so this has been Cats and Crowbars.